Iskon Kongo Chere Jagai Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Jaya Shiva Paramahansa Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Shita Anand Gori Vaishnav Charya Shita Haridasa Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Jai Shiva Sari Gaura Bhakti Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Sangha How I did my Pudan Jagannath Puridan Yamuna Maiki Genjis Maiki Tulasi Devi Bhakti Devi Samave Bhakti Bindu Jai Itai Goda Pumana all glories assembled. All glories assembled. All glories assembled. Glories to Sisi Guru, Gauranga. Again, Shri Guru Vishnu Shri Rupam Sagadata Sahagana Raguna Sadhikan Savadhikan Paridana Sadhikan Krishna Shri Radha Krishna Sahagana Shri Sacha Shri Krishna Karuna Sindhu Lisa Kantara Kantan Aptatam Ringi Visavanis Vanchakan Pataru Yasa Vipas Aditana Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Sri Isopanisad ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Okay. So we'll continue our discussion from Sri Isopanisad mantra. What you end yesterday?
For example, the Lord appears when you start praying. The Lord appears in the form of action.
We completed the slide. I say have some few things to say on this. They say we're looking at if Krishna is illogical. We look at that. Krishna is illogical or Krishna is logical? Krishna is logical, not illogical. So we look at that yesterday, and then few things we want to say before we move forward to the next. Krishna is far, Krishna is near. It depends on our relationship with him. If one is very devoted to Krishna, what is the question of Krishna? Far or near? Krishna is always present with you. Always present, depending on what kind of relationship we have with him. As the Prophet explained in the book. Therefore, for the surrender soul, he is always within reach. Whereas for the non-surrender soul, he is far, far, and cannot be approached. Yes. Far. Krishna is far, depending on our relationship with Jesus. Right? For example, even within our strength, you can sit here, you can sit in a house, and you are with a very tight friend who is thousands of kilometers away. In the mind, you bring the person very close. What about Krishna? The Supreme, who gave us that strength to do that on our level. What are the person who gave us that? How can it be far? Krishna is not far from anybody, except we make him far away from us. That is that is what we should understand. So he is the nearest person, the closest person. We mentioned yesterday, Pingala the prostitute. That is our realization. The closest person to me abandoned him to look at all these distant people. This is what we do in the material world. The most important thing, we forget it. The useless thing, we are very attached to it. We don't want to give it up. This is our problem, our disease. So Isopanisad is what? To keep us close to Krishna, not to create any distance between us and Krishna. There's no distance between us and Krishna. That is Isopanisad. If you follow the Isabasam principle, we will always remain with Krishna at all times. At all times. Dr. Mamuni is discussing with Ambarish Maharaj. Do you stay very close to Lord Krishna in the temple? Means we are close to Krishna by our practice, by chanting the holy name, by hearing about Krishna. If you're hearing about the person, where is the person? If you are thinking about the person, where is the person? The person is right there, right there, right there. You can bring a person very close, or you can make someone is sitting very close to us, very, very far. And some people very, very far away, is very close to us, depending on our relationship. So if we follow the principle of Isopanisad, we will always remain with Krishna. Always remain with Krishna. Krishna will not be distant, far away. He's always here. Even though he is in Goloka now, he's the closest person as Super Soul. Not only as Super Soul, as Rajendra Nanda. There, Prahlad Maharaj. When the boy is saying Prahlad Maharaj was in the presence of his atheist father, page 33. His father asked him, "Where is your God?" Page 33. The child Prahlad replied that God resides everywhere. So what's the question of distance? What's the question of distance? We create the distance. The father then angrily asked whether his God was within the pillar of the palace. And the child said, "Yes, yes." Prahlad said, "Yes," capital, yes. Means he was convinced 100% that my Lord is safe present before me. And he was seeing him face to face. His boldness was not just philosophical. His boldness was just that he seeing the Lord directly. At once, the atheist king broke the pillar in front of him into pieces, and which the Lord appeared as the Singh Hade Bhagwan Ki, the half man, half lion incarnation, from within the pillar, and killed the atheist king. This means that the Lord is within everything. Adam Tarasta Paramanu, Chayan Tarastam. Brahma, he confirmed that. Brahma confirmed that. Adam Tarasta Paramanu, Paramanu, Chayan Tarastam. Yes. Which is created by his different energies and by his inconceivable power. He can appear at any place in order to favor his sincere devotee. Lord Singha appear from within the pillar, not at the order of the atheist king, but by the wish of the devotee Prahlad. Devotee can make Krishna present anywhere and everywhere. Krishna can place, a devotee can place Krishna everywhere. So Prabhupada planted Krishna all over the world. He created Vrindavan all over the world. He took Vrindavan from India and planted Vrindavan everywhere. Everywhere you go, see Krishna, Radha Samasunda, everywhere. Jagannath, everywhere. Everywhere. It's the duty of devotees. Devotees, they plant Krishna everywhere. Prahlad Maharaj planted Krishna in the pillar. Yes. Yes. Proper planted Krishna everywhere in the world. Everywhere. Everywhere you go. So Prabhupada has planted Krishna there. Nowhere you can go today, you cannot say this is super. Here in Nigeria, the remotest village you go, someone will tell you Hare Krishna. Yes, somebody will tell you Hare Krishna. Somebody will tell you Hare Krishna. Anywhere. Somebody, anywhere in this country, you go, somebody will tell you Hare Krishna. Who did that? Devotee, pure devotee, they plant Krishna. So it is a demon cannot plant Krishna everywhere because what is the relationship with Krishna? They don't have a relationship. They don't have power. Well, devotees, they have power. Devotees have power to plant Krishna everywhere they like, everywhere. And proper. Don't see what a Bhakti does. So proper to plant Krishna in Juhu. Stay here, I will build you a temple afterwards. And Krishna said, he didn't complain. He said, why would I say he did not have to do? Krishna said, yes, I will say it. He stayed there until proper build the temple and build the house. Kasibu can do like that. Right? Kamsa can do that. As powerful as they are. Kasibu was able to make 6 seasons present. But did he present Krishna? Did he plant Krishna everywhere? 6 seasons were present by the out of fear of Kasibu. But he didn't plant Krishna during the 6 seasons. He didn't do it. The Prabhupada did it. Very easily, he did it. He does so only to favor his devotees, then, and not for any other purpose. Yes, Krishna, Prabhupada planted Krishna everywhere. Yes, Jagannath were hiding in Puri. Prabhupada took him to America, not only in America, all over the world. Throughout the 12 months, you see Ratha Yatra festival everywhere, the whole 12 months of the year. Jagannath was 1 year, only once a year, to only a few people. Now the whole world has seen Jagannath. What is that? Jagannath is with his big eye capturing everybody. Whether we know, we don't know. He's giving the blessings by the message that in the Brahma Samhita, it is said that Govinda, the Brahma Lord, enters everything. That's the way I put it. He enters everything by his plenary portion. He entered the universe as well as atom, Paramanu, with the universe. He is outside in the Virat form, and he is written as Antaryami, the super soul inside, as Antaryami. He is witness of everything that we are doing, and he gives us the result of our actions as karma phala. Yes. We ourselves may forget what we have done in previous life, but, Papa said, but, because the Lord is the witness of our actions, the result of our actions is always there. We can forget. That is our own. We can forget. But Yamara will not forget anybody. You know? Yamara will remember everybody, wherever we may be, inside the water, in the ground, in the air, everywhere. Yamara will not forget. He will not forget. He will remember. Even we can be as tiny as insignificant ant, Yamara will see us. Yes. Therefore, in fact, there is nothing except Krishna, Brahman. Brahman. There's nothing except Krishna, means Brahman. But what this statement Prabhupada made here is very, very serious, because the Bible is, hey, see, he is Brahman. Yes, he is Brahman. Not just Brahman, he's Param Brahma. Yes, he is Brahman because he's automatic. Although he is automatic, he's also localized. And because he's localized, his source of localization is also Bhagwan. So he is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. Complete. It's complete. Everything is manifested of his different energies, like the heat and light of fire, which means there is a oneness among the diverse energies. Yes, oneness is there. Diverse energy, but there is oneness. In spite of this oneness, however, the Lord enjoys in his personal form all that is enjoyable to the little senses of the little part and parcel of living entities. Yes, that's it. Yes. So, the deity we worship is not idol. The deity we worship is not idol. How can you say that? That the deity we worship is not idol. How can you say the Lord is not idol? It's not idol. When fly go, huh? Yes.
Krishna is spiritual, and therefore he has the potential to cause spirit to be matter and matter to be spirit.
So when
even though we are not,
when the fly is on Krishna's face, we remove it.
No, Maharaj.
So what is that?
Maybe the fly is offering devotional service to Krishna.
But stay on Krishna's face.
Yes, Maharaj.
Flies can only give disease. You cannot do any service. I saw in some places rat will climb on deity's body. Yes. And Krishna will keep quiet, just stand there. He's not helpless. His fish are not helpless. That is. So how can you tell me that that is deity's special? You cannot help himself.
Maybe we don't have the eyes to see.
Huh?
Maybe we don't have the eyes to see whether Krishna is moving or not moving. That is why our material is limited.
I'm with my own material eyes. I'm seeing the rat on Krishna's body. What are you telling me? And he's not removing the rat, not pushing. If I cannot do that. If rat come to my face, I will enter my room. I will chase it out. If fly come on my face, I will remove it. When the fly go on their deity, we remove it. Huh?
Come on, right.
I say you. Does he remove it? That transcendental is that? Is that transcendent? If it transcends, it's remove it. Because that is deity. That's deity. Fly, deity. Yes, tell me, my friend. Don't tell me philosophy. Give me practical explanation. Give me practical explanation.
I'll come again. Krishna.
Yes, tell me. I want to hear. This is not a lecture. This is study. So we study how to understand. We are going to remove if you present the movement, we are representing Prabhupada. So somebody asks you this question, you have to answer. Yes, they have deities all over. So it flies on their deity's face. The rat is climbing deity's body. Please tell me.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, let me try again. Krishna can attract even animals and all living entities. So in this regard, I would say it's Krishna who is attracting them, because he himself is a super soul within all living entities, and they are all his expansions. Hare Krishna.
Krishna attracts you to come to the temple. Do you go and stay on his face?
No, I cannot climb the deities, but in his presence has attracted me to come.
Because you are too big or what? Is it because you are too big and fly too small, or rat is too small? What is the reason?
Not that, but I cannot just go and climb. Probably I'm too big, but there's also within this.
I saw sometimes even if the pots are not kept, clean on time, they wash on time, they are left somewhere there. Rat also comes there and even fall inside. If there's water inside, you can even fall inside there. I've seen many times. In India, so one day, Chamrita pot, Chamrita will take me there. The frog was inside. I visited one temple when I saw that. I didn't take the Chamrita. I didn't take the Chamrita. Hey, I'm not so advanced. I cannot, if I don't see, it's okay. But this I saw directly. Not that someone tells me. So please tell me, how can you defend this?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj, is it because the form of the deity is there to accept the service, but not to show us that he is like to show his all his full glories, but to accept deity is the form in which Krishna has made it easy for us to offer service to him. Is it because of that? That's my answer. Thank you, Maharaj.
All right, thank you. Hare Krishna. Yes, tell me. I know many devotees talk a lot, so now I want to hear something.
Maharaj, please reframe the question again. Probably we are not getting the question as is to be answered.
Rat used to climb their deities. Have you seen or not? Huh? You've not seen? Rat climbing on the deity's body? You have not visited many temples in India. If you have visited many, not this one temple.
It's so clean. So
Not this one temple.
anything.
Not this one temple. I've seen that temple. Not this one temple. Mathura, we went to Mathura. Barahadev deities in Mathura. So we went there. The rat was all over the body. So I didn't say anything, but one day he became intolerant. So he told the daddy, see rat. See, and what? Then what? See rat, you know, see what? What are you talking? Forget it. This is no matter. And I saw a frog in the Chanamrita pot. The frog was confidently balanced inside. Cool down. We're cooling down there. Very cool. Yes, I didn't take the Chanamrita. All right. The Lord appears in a seemingly limited form made up of wood, stone, or some other matter, but remains unlimited. An elephant sitting down to let the child pat it. The Lord is omnipotent, but the deity cannot even move or fly away from his face. So how is the deity non-different from the Lord? That was my question. The Lord has manifested himself in the deity form to show his mercy and not omnipotence. The purpose of the deity form of the Lord is to give an opportunity to the devotee to render service to him. So it is our duty to keep the place clean and move the flies away from the Lord. That is our duty. Yes. The flies comes there because the place is dirty. The mouse will come there because the place is dirty. If you do the place clean, they will not come and climb on dirty body. If you cut the deity's hand, you know Krishna got the hand he has cut. Is it not? If you cut deity's hand, you know Krishna hand he has cut. Is it not? He agrees that deity is the Lord directly. So if you cut the hand, we cut the leg. So I cut Krishna's leg. Is it not? If you do that, it is your own hand that Krishna is going to cut after some time. No Krishna. It is the stone you have, is the wood you have broken, but not Krishna. And Krishna will break your own hand or your own leg. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw with my own eyes. Here in Nigeria, we have a temple in Benin City. Benin City, we have Guru Nitai, we have Jagannath Balde Subhadra, and we have Radha Shamasuni. So one day, a devotee who was taking care of Guru Nitai, he broke the hand of the deity because he was not careful. And the deity was wood, he was made of wood. So he broke the hand. Before he finished dressing the deity, his own hand broke. Nothing fell there, nothing. I was there in the altar. And if you like, I can call the name of the devotee. Devotees are from here knows. I'm Yadma Prabhu, it's a God brother. His own hand caught exactly the place he caught in Nitai's hand. Not Nitai, it was Nitai's hand. Exactly the spot where the deity's hand broke, his own exactly on the same spot, his own hand broke. Another devotee, also a God brother, Jagdish. He was taking care of Jagannath. And while he was trying to set the jewels, he put the pin directly on the body. When he finished dressing the deity, he came up to the deity room, to the temple hall, and the first leg he took outside the deity 6 inches and he pierced his own feet, his foot. He ran back to the altar because he was able to recollect, is what I did. The Jagannath paid it to me. He ran back to the altar and wove the pin, and then he put it the proper way. So I saw this. So the deity is not idol, it's directly Krishna. But if you break the hand, it is your own hand that is going to be broken by Krishna. No, it's not Krishna's hand. It is not Krishna's hand. So we are not idol worshippers. We are doing.
It's not intentional. When we do, maybe mistakenly.
Don't do mistake. So, and your 5 patients not take care of deities. Only Brahmanas will take care of deities. Why Brahmanas? Because they have the qualities. They are self-controlled. They are patient. They are clean. They are very austere, and they have knowledge. They have knowledge and realize knowledge. So they know how to relate with deities. So when we say we should relate with deity, only Brahmanas will take care of it. It's not a discrimination. It's a qualification. Qualification. Yes. Yes, 3 levels of vision. We have 3 levels of vision. Jadamaya. We can see the deity as dead, as stone, as wood, or metal, whatever. So we can see deity like that. So a person who is in this level, Jadamaya, when they get to the deity, what is he going to do there? He's going to break the deity's hand. Or he's not going to attend to the deity with the full understanding what I'm dealing with the Supreme Lord to be careful. Manomaya, a symbolic representation of the absolute truth. Lord is formless, so we have to ascribe some form to the Lord to experience some emotions. This is the platform of the Mayavadis. The impersonal Mayavadis, they also worship the deities. So if you see them worshiping deity, you don't think that they are devotees. Oh, this is hard. They do everything exactly like we do in our temple. You are a fool. Because they are worshiping the deities as a means to Brahman. They are worshiping the deity, thinking that when you become God, when you become Krishna, when you shall say become God, you'll see that there is nothing like form. So worshiping the deity form, the form is just a means to get to nothing, to become zero. Is that perfect? Is that philosophical? Is that reasonable? No. So this is their own nonsense. Yes. We don't take that. Chinmaya. Non-different manifestation of the absolute truth. Yes, this is the conclusion. When our consciousness becomes pure, the deity can talk with us. Exactly. Therefore, I'm always challenging devotees who are doing service as pujaris. If you're not talking with the deities are not talking with you. Please leave that service. You're not qualified to be there. Because the deities are not idols. They're not stones. They are persons, complete persons who talk, hear, and accept all our offerings. So there should be transcendental relationship with the deities. And that is deity worship. All right. Mantra 6. Let's go to mantra 6. We chant this slope together. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmani devanu pashyati sarva bhutesu chat atmanan tatuna vijugupsati. A person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord and sees all entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hate anything nor any being. What do you understand by this? Who can just tell me one sentence? Just one sentence. Mantra 6, we're talking about what?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Mantra 6 is talking about the universal brotherhood.
About the universal?
Brotherhood.
Universal brotherhood. Okay, thank you. I need something more.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I understand this to be one who has attained the Uttama level and see Krishna in everything and everything in Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Tell me, Mantra 6. Say something.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you.
Having
Thank
an
you.
equal vision.
Having
An
equal
equal
vision.
Yes,
Equal
Maharaj.
vision. Who is that? Who is that?
Ujeshwari Devidasi.
No. I understand. You just say who having equal vision. Who is having equal vision? Who?
Okay, devotee. The devotee.
Yes, which devotee? Which devotee? I agree with you. All the two things you say is correct. Which devotee?
The devotee on the higher level.
All right.
On the
Thank you.
higher.
Sadhu. We are talking about sadhu. Qualities of a sadhu. Mantrasi described the vision of one who can see Krishna everywhere. Who is that? The sadhu. Describing the quality of sadhu. Is it not? Can you refer this verse to any verse anywhere, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita? Can you find any equivalent verse? Something?
Maharaj, there's a verse in chapter 5, I think so. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini.
Okay, that is 5:18.
Yes, ma'am. Shuni Cheva
5:18.
Shwapake. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Anything else? Remember any verse, something again, similar, some close, something close? A person who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord. Any verse closer, similar thing, something, friends, brothers, sisters.
Bhagavad Gita 1854.
1854.
Yo man pasyati savatra.
Your mom,
But I don't know exactly.
Yeah, 6:30. That is it. 6:30.
Yo man pasyati savatra. That's it.
Yes. No, 30, not 30. Not 29. It's 30. 6:30. Your mom Pashati Sarabatra. Yes. Thank you. Yes. When we read, we should hear, we should try to collect things, get all the things put together. Yes. 6:30. Yes. But one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, right? Yes. Yastu sarvani utani cha atmani eva nupashati. Anupashati. Yes. As a devotee, so we're looking at the quality of a sadhu. Sadhu. The sadhu sees everything.
Maharaj, can we
Yeah.
also add Gita 14:4 in relation to this? That should be understood that all living entities come into existence by birth, and he, Krishna, is a seed-giving father.
Not so close.
Okay.
Not so close. Other one piece is, which you can say is close, maybe 435.
Okay.
435 will be close also towards the end. Never
Right.
hate anything, nor any being. That would be 434. Sorry, 35. 435. Never hate anything, nor any being. Yes. That's a devotee. The devotee has a perfect vision. Vision of oneness. See everything in relationship with Krishna. Different categories of devotees. So we'll look at here. And developing spiritual vision. Yes. So we move forward to the next slide. Here, Srila Prabhupada has explained Kanista, Madhyama, and Uttam Adhikari. 3 levels of devotees are explained here. How do we, what is the criteria for measuring these 3 categories? How do we How do we get these 3 levels? By appointment? Is it by appointment? Is it by appointment? How do we get
No, Maharaj.
by what means? How can you say this person is Kanista, this person is Madhya Madhikari, or is Uttam Bhakta? How do you judge?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj.
Yes, go ahead.
But by the level of self-realization that
By the
you can find a
qualities.
devotee.
Yes, by the qualities. By the qualities you know. The qualities. How will you know a mango from orange? It's the quality they have. The qualities, they are different. So by the qualities, it's not by rubber stamping. It is not by someone taking birth in the family. It's not it. It's the quality. Kanisa, Bhakta, the lower stage. Look at the qualities. You will visit places of worship. You will visit all places of worship. You will go to Ganesh, you go to Krishna, you go to Shiva, you go to Durga, you go to Sani. You go everywhere. Why is he going everywhere? Why is he going everywhere? Because he's broad-minded? Is it because he's broad-minded?
No, Maharaj. He doesn't have faith. His faith is not settled.
Yes. And Papa used the word in letter of instruction. Papa used the word pliable. If faith is pliable, like a candle light, you can use hand to put it up. Very simple. If faith is very, very small, material. If faith is very material, yes. He does not understand which of them is God. All of them are God for him. Therefore, he visits all of them. They are all the same. That's Madian. Sorry, that's Kanista. All are the same. Right? All are the same. For him, therefore, he visits everywhere. We have no gold. There's no fish gold. The Lord present only in the temple. He doesn't see the Lord present in the heart of devotees or other entities. The Lord is present only in the temple. In his house, there's no Lord there. Outside the temple, there's no Lord there. The Lord is only in the temple. Therefore, he goes there. Cannot ascertain other position. Therefore, we have said many times, it is very dangerous to be a Kanisa Bhakta, very dangerous. Why? Because you can make face to anybody at any time. Because you don't know who is Sultan Bhakta, you don't know who is Madam Bhakta, you don't know how to relate. In fact, you don't know how to relate with people decently. As Kanista. Follow routine. He just following. My parents do this, if I'm doing it. Why are you doing it? Because my parents do. That's what I'm doing. They have no better understanding. He's quarrelsome. Kanisa is quarrelsome and materialistic. It's materialistic. This is Kanista, the quality of Kanista. Prabhu, Amataji, can you help with it? No, I don't have anything to do with you. I came here, solely Krishna. It's only Krishna, not you. Only Krishna. You think I'm coming here because of you? It's Krishna. So if I clean this place is for you, therefore I'm not here for you. I'm here for Krishna only. Just Kanista. Yes, proper explaining. Here is an explanation of the Mahabhagavad, a great personality who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Personality of God. There are three stages of realizing the presence of the Supreme Lord. The Kanisa Adhikari, a person who is in the lowest stage of realization of the Lord, goes to one place of worship, such as a temple, church, and mosque, in terms of this particular type of religious faith, and worship there in terms of this spiritual injunction. Such devotees think that the Lord is there at the place of worship and nowhere else. Such devotees cannot recognize who is in what position in the devotional life or in terms of the realization of the Supreme Lord. They follow the routine formulas and sometimes quarrel among themselves, estimating one particular type of worship better than another. These Kanista Adhikaris in the lowest stage of devotion are called materialistic devotees, or those just trying to transcend the mutual boundary to reach the spiritual plane. This is Kanista. The next, above this Kanista Adhikari are the Madhyam Adhikari, the devotees who are in the intermediate stage of devotional service. These Madhyam Adhikaris observe four principles in relation to the Supreme Lord, which are as follows. One, they see, first of all, the Supreme Lord. Two, they see next the devotees of the Lord. Three, they see also the innocent who have no knowledge about God. And at last, they see the atheists who have no faith in the Lord and who hate those in the devotional line. Therefore, they can preach because they see they are not low class. They are not low. Yes. You see the love. God loves. You see the devotees with friendship. They see the innocent people with compassion. Compassion. They show them they don't exploit. And they see the atheists, how? They avoid them. They avoid non-devotees, non-devotees who are atheistic, who do not believe in God, they avoid them. This is very important. We should learn this. Rupa Goswami has given us this vision so we know how to relate with devotees at different levels so we don't make offense to anyone. It's our protection, for our own protection. Rupa Goswami perfectly mentioned this in letter of devotion, letter of instruction, and it is also here. This is our protection, our chariots, mercy, consummate mercy for us to protect us. The devotees who are making advancement, they know those who are demonic, they avoid them. They know those who are innocent. They're innocent. They are not against, but they're innocent, they don't know. So they will take compassion. They don't exploit them. They take compassion to guide. To guide. They don't exploit, but to guide. They live with devotees friendly. They make friends with devotees. They don't show off. They're not proud. They're friendly with devotees. And with Krishna, they love Krishna. And you cannot take their love away from Krishna. Even though they may not have the strength to argue and debate and defeat the atheist. They may not have the strength to do like the Mahabharata. Mahabharata will do that, but the Madhyam will not do that. May not. but it's not a disqualification because their faith in Christian is very strong and it cannot be taken away. Can't take it. So we should be able to know people we should avoid. We should know. Christian has got intelligence. Yesterday we were talking about if we should have a sense of discrimination to ascertain things properly and follow. Right? We should have that. Because know those who are demonic, they are not interested in Christian, we can avoid them. Don't waste our time. We identify those are innocent, they don't know, we help them. We don't exploit them, we don't cheat them, we don't abuse them. We help them, take them to Christian and show them the path. And for devotees, we make friendship with them. We encourage each other to move together. And for God, we love Him with all of our hearts. So these qualities are there. These qualities are there. The qualities are there. So how to follow these qualities? And very nicely. Uttam Bhaktas. Uttam Bhaktas. Above the Madhyam Adhikari, there is a Uttam Adhikari devotee who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord. He does not make any particular discrimination between the atheists and the theists, but sees in every one of them a part and parcel of God. Therefore, the other day we're mentioning that this is this is we say fault. This is a fault of a pure devotee. Because we say it's a fault because you see, they will see the soul, what the demons and the devotee. They see the soul and identify with that. By this, they will allow demons to come inside and also disturb the devotee. Because they don't see the place. Yes, coming. Yes, coming. Yes, coming. I heard one story, he Swami, he told our Prabhupada. One man, he gave himself initiation at Chutananda because he saw Prabhupada has a Chutananda disciple. So this man, he called himself a Chutananda Das. And he printed the receipt exactly this one. And he was going and collecting donations. He was making a lot of money in the name of his company. So, and he registered many people as members. And one of them happened to come to their members. So you have to go to the headquarters. You want to go and visit their temple. And they have better facilities and be even known. So I said, they are members, so it should be known in places. So they came and they reported that they are all contributing to this fund. It means show their membership. Huh? As Chutananda. No, as Chutananda have not gone to this place. So the devotees say, okay, now we have Chutananda 2. Chutananda 2 is not initiated. He's not a disciple. But it's a cheater. So Prabhupada arranged for him to be arrested. So the devotee went, discovered him, and they arrested him and brought him to my. So Prabhupada arranged for police. So they were all in the temple there before he arrived. When he came and Prabhupada talked with him, so he realized he had been discovered a cheater. So the next thing he did was, Prabhupada, your divine grace, I know you are a pure devotee. You are a pure devotee, pure representative of Krishna. I surrender myself to you. I am your disciple. Please accept me. Please accept me. I'm your disciple. I cannot leave you. You are my guru. So Prabhupada told the police, so now you cannot arrest him again. Now he's a disciple. The policeman said, no, this man is not the devotee, he's a cheater. He's pretending. Prabhupada says, now he has surrendered to me. So I cannot leave him. I cannot leave him. The policeman said, this man is a criminal. He is not your disciple. Papa says, see what he has surrendered to me. I cannot send him away. She said, yeah, good. I'm your disciple. I have to serve you. So the police people left. They left. They didn't arrest me again. They left. You see? Then Papa told him, since you are a disciple, you have to stay here 6 months and do service. Let me see how you, then I will give you initiation. Then you can go and preach. So he accepted. Yes. He started saying that my people were devotees. So devotees were watching him. And you thought he's very clever. Devotees were watching. So after 2 weeks, he secretly packed his thing and he was finding a way to run away. So the devotee caught him by the gates and brought him back to Prabhupada. So he's running away. Prabhupada said, you promised me you are going to stay here for 6 months. You promised, he said, yeah, you promised me we are disciple and accepted you, and you run away before. Now Prabhupada called back the police and gave him to the police. You see? This is your come back. They sees everything in relation to the Lord. Doesn't discriminate. They try to do good to all, and they sees spiritual spark in all living entities. This is a quality of return back. He knows that there is no difference between a vastly learned Brahmana and a dog in the street, because both of them are of the Lord, though in different embodiments, due to the different qualities of material action. The Brahmana, particle of the Brahman, Lord, has not misused the little independence given to him by the Lord. But the dog, particle, has misused his independence, and thus he has been punished by the law of nature, being encased in the ignorant form of the dog. What I consider in the respective actions of the Brahmana and the dog, the Uttamadhikari tries to do good to both. He tries to do good to both. Such a learned devotee of the Lord is not misled by the material bodies of the Brahmana and the dog, but he is attracted by the spiritual spark within their respective entities. In this mantra of Isopanisad, it is clearly mentioned that one should observe, we should see. We should see. This means one must follow the previous acharya, a perfect teacher. Anupashati is the exact Sanskrit word used in this connection. Anu means to observe. Anupashati, to see through the eyes of the chariot. How to see through the eye of a chariot. Our Gita 1854. Yes. The devotee mentioned it. 1854. So who can see the Lord who can see the Lord like this? One who is already on the liberated platform. Only that devotee can see. So a sadhu can see. Only a sadhu can see. Yes. One should not try to see things as he does with a naked eyes. We should not see through our naked eyes. Our naked eyes cannot see anything. The naked eye cannot see anything properly due to its material defectiveness. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. Isopanisad. Is it not? Isopanisad. This truth is coming in the sacred succession from the Lord to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyas, and from Vyas to many of his disciples. Formerly, there was no necessity of recording the message to the Vedas because people of earlier ages were more intelligent and had sharper memories, and they could follow instructions simply by hearing words from the mouth of a bona fide spiritual master. Yes. And sees the spirit soul within the material body and serves him as spirit. Yes. That is a sadhu. Who cannot see like this? Our blunt the sense of oneness, but behave on the bodily platform. False philanthropists. Cannot see. A devotee can see. Non-devotee cannot see. Only a devotee can see. They will not properly understand the soul and the super soul. Politicians who are always after some material gain. We cannot see. They cannot see. How to develop the eye to see? Already mentioned. Anupashati observes in a systematic way. Should observe in a systematic way. Anupashati, Anu and Pashati. Next slide. Go to the next slide. Yes. Anu Pashati, proper broke it into this. Anu and the Pashati. To observe, to see, skillfully, continuously, to follow. We have to follow the chariots. We have to see through the eye of the chariots. Then we can see and properly explain. One should not see things as one does with our naked eye because I cannot say one should follow the previous acharyas. Is it not? We should follow the previous acharyas. Why? Due to material defects, the naked eye cannot see things properly. We cannot see things properly. If you want to see properly, then you should take help of one who can see properly. Acharyas. How to see? One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. One have heard from a superior source. One cannot see properly unless one has heard from a superior source. Superior, Acharya. To hear the sound of the Vedas from the mouth of Acharya because they are speaking from the heart. What is their heart? Their heart is full of love for Krishna. There's no envy in their heart. They are speaking from that platform. No envy in their heart. Therefore, whatever they transmit carry the potency to liberate, to purify those who hear. Hearing from, we should hear from the superior source. From the right source. What is the source? Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. And the highest source is the Vedic wisdom spoken by the Lord himself. Which is coming down. Parampara is coming down. Through oral reception, hearing, hearing, sukti, hearing. Yesterday, got it from, Krishna gave to Narada. Krishna gave it to Narada. Sorry, to Brahma. Give to Brahma, Brahma gave to Narada, Narada gave to Vyas. And he said, here Papa said he gave it to many of his disciples. Because Vyasa has many disciples at that time. Yes, so he said he gave to many because he started dividing the Vedas and he gave it to different disciples. In the first canto, he gave it. And the place where he did this is Naimisharaya. Very nice place, Naimisharaya. Very close to Lucknow. Yes. This is how everything came down. Yesterday, compiled that knowledge. Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. And at present, there are many commentaries on the various scriptures, but most of them are not in the line of Srila Vyasdev, who originally taught the Vedic wisdom. The final, most perfect and sublime work of Srila Vyasdev is Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the correct commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Similarly, there is this Bhagavad Gita, which is spoken by the Lord himself, and which was recorded by Vyasdev. These are the more important. These are the more important of the many revealed scriptures. And any commentary which does not conform to the principles of the Gita or Bhagavad is unauthorized. There is complete systematical, there is complete symmetrical agreement between the Upanishads, Vedanta, the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, no one should try to reach any conclusion about the Vedas without being instructed by members of the line of yesterday, or at least those who believe in the personality of Godhead and his diverse ends. Only one who is already in the liberated status, according to the Bhagavad Gita, can become an Uttam Adhikari devotee and can see everyone or every living being as his own brother. This cannot be seen by politicians who are always after some material gain. Imitation of this liberated status is to serve the outward body of fame or some such reward, but is not service to the spiritual. Such imitators have no information of the spiritual world. The Uttam Adhikari sees the spiritual world, the spirit soul of an entity, and serves him as spirit, which includes matter automatically. Questions, comments? Any question?
Yes, Maharaj. Hare
What is
Krishna.
the question? Yes.
Yes, Maharaj, can an initiated devotee who is, let's say, over maybe let's say 20 years in the Hare Krishna movement still be a Kanista Adhikari?
Kanisa is not about years.
Okay.
It's not about years. One can spend 100 years and still remain the Kanista. Even lifetimes, one can still remain the Kanista. You can chant Hare Krishna for many lifetimes and still remain the Kanista. It's not years.
Maharaj, even after initiation?
Initiation is not the qualification.
Okay.
I said you can chant Hare Krishna mantra for million lifetimes and still be a Kanista.
Okay, Maharaj.
It's quality. That's what we mentioned. It's quality. Somebody told me that I don't want to take the initiation so I can keep the principle. I said no. No. Keep the principle, then you take initiation. Don't take initiation to keep principle. You never keep. You should keep the principles to take the initiation. What do you think that you're going to make? What do you think you're going to make it to keep principle they cannot keep all along after initiation? Cheating. That is cheating. So you should try to understand this. It is not initiation. It's qualities. By developing these qualities, we should develop these qualities. That is most important.
Yes, Maharaj.
If you don't develop the qualities, you can deceive ourselves and take initiation. Initiation is not going to take you back from bad to bad. No, now I'm initiation, so everything is finished. The Papa say initiation is the beginning, not the end. The beginning. It is a beginning. All right?
Hare Krishna.
All right. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Yes. What's the question?
I also want to ask, based on the mantra 6, I want to ask that for instance, in our way, before I became a Hare Krishna movement, I became part of the Hare Krishna movement. I was in the Christendom, and I didn't know anything about this meat eating stuff and this probability principle. If I am now observing this probability principle, having been able to abstain from killing other entities for food, aside my quota, which is feeding on grace or not eating based on violence, having one qualified himself enough to be on a platform of having recognized other living entities as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, therefore can be classified as an Uttama? That's what I want to know for the first question. Hare Krishna.
Please, what was the question?
My question
Sorry.
is, sorry about that. My question is, if one is observing the four regulative principles,
Yes.
which the fourth one I know is not to eat from violence, haven't one qualified himself to be on a platform of treating other living entities with equity and not causing any harm to them? Because it's, as we read, the Uttama sees Krishna in all other entities, including the animals. So if one is observing the four regulative principles, which the last one I take as not eating from violence, which is killing, haven't one qualified himself to be on a platform of having recognized other entities as part of Krishna, and therefore one becomes an Uttama?
Monkey is a vegetarian. Monkey, cow is a vegetarian. So they are self-realized. These are not to make one self-realized. These are principles to make us human beings, so we can perform the duty meant for human beings. So we keep these principles to help us become qualified to practice, to do our human duties. Practicing Krishna consciousness is human activity. For us to do this principle help us to have the intelligence to do it and to keep us away from contamination. So it is not this principle that is going to make anyone, you won't become Sultan Bhakta because I'm keeping that. But the way we are so many vegetarians, especially all over the world, that we should be having so many Sultan Bhaktas by now. I would like to that even those of us who are chanting Hare Krishna, not only being a vegetarian, but they're chanting Hare Krishna all these years. For many years, some of us have not gotten there. So about this, Dana Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, anyone who has spent 15 years in this movement should be able to be qualified to hear Krishna Lila. But I have not seen it like that. 15 years, he said. If you have spent 15 years in this movement, you should be able to hear Krishna Lila. That means you're supposed to be qualified. But I have not seen that we are qualified. Even after 40 years or 50 years. We're still very much on the body platform. Not even the Madian. You're talking about Bhutan. It is not a joke. Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I want to ask a second question. That is based on mantra 5.
What's the question?
If Krishna is Antaryami as the super soul,
Yes.
which we know, and he's observing whatever thing we do, if we go wayward, do anything contrary to what the scriptures are instructing, or anything wayward, are we also not limiting Krishna as the super soul within ourselves?
Huh? The last part?
Because Krishna is the super soul within us.
Yes, I understand.
If we go wayward to do anything aside what the scriptures ascribes or what is wrong, are we also not limiting Krishna as a super soul within? Like the analogy started that on the altar we have the deities, right, to climb the deity, and why couldn't the deity remove it? Are we also not limiting Krishna as the super soul within?
We cannot limit Krishna. We cannot limit Krishna because Krishna cannot be reduced by our understanding or not understanding, our worship or not worship. We cannot reduce Krishna. We cannot limit Krishna. But we can minimize our own chance to become pure devotee. That we can do to us. Yes, we are minimizing our own opportunity for getting the message which is available, to becoming pure devotees. But not Krishna. Yes, we can limit Krishna consciousness because by this we will not have the necessary qualification to expand Krishna consciousness that others will have access to. But Krishna remains the supreme balance. In fact, Krishna does not miss anything from anybody. It is we who are missing everything. Chaitanya Chaturita, Krishna Kavada Goswami gave example of a basket full of mustard seed. What is the size? Mustard seed. They put every day. Mustard seed. What is the size? Yeah, very small. But seriously, a basket full of that. If one falls off, you will notice it. That is our situation. So we should be grateful to Krishna that with all this, Krishna is still very much after our success, our well-being, our welfare, and he's making all necessary arrangements to help us. All right?
Thank you, Maharaj.
Education. What's your question? Yes. Just a minute.
To come at the stage of Uttama, it comes from nothing. And to become a Madhyam Adhikari, it comes from. So the level of increasing is because of from Kanishka coming to Madhyam. The question is that from Uttama when it goes, from there it will fall.
We cannot fall from Uttam platform. There's nothing like fall. There's nothing like fall from Uttam platform. One who attains Prema cannot fall. From Baba, yes, there's a chance from Baba. We have a history of Rupa Kaviraj. He is on Uttam platform. We also have a Jatpara. We also it's a Madhyam. Sorry. Baba platform. Baba. No can fall. From Prema, no. Prema means no, zero. You cannot fall from there. A pure devotee cannot fall down. Those of us who are trying to rise to that level, we may have difficulty, but those who come from Vaikuntha here, they don't fall down, they cannot fall down. And when we hear that the Uttam has to come to second the Madhyam level to preach, they fall down. That is not a fall down. That is the compassion, the mercy they have to preach Christian consciousness. Just like if a billionaire ride on a bicycle, is it a fall down? He casts a shield there. It's a sport for him, is it not? That is a sport. The people will enjoy. See, come and see. If you're going in the car, somebody will do attention. But any prime minister is riding a bicycle, everybody will look at it. They will take picture and put it on. Hey, see how our leader is so humble, so down to earth, so simple. See that, you see, it's a sport. But that does not mean that he has fallen down. Yeah, that's part of enjoyment. So if an Uttam Bhakta comes to Madhyam platform to preach, not a fall down, it's a service. Yes, Mataji, what's your question?
Maharaj,
yes.
If the Madhyam Adhikari avoid their taste, how can he preach to them?
We should not preach to them. We should not preach to the demons. We shouldn't preach to the demons. We should not preach to them. Preach to the innocent people. Because it's a waste of time. Demons are not going to hear you. So what's the question of preaching? They were very angry, and it is very dangerous for us. It will become an offense to preach to those who did not believe in you. They don't believe. Say you are in the street preaching and you go to somebody, so don't go further. Immediately don't leave the person. Because the person is already angry just by your presence. The person is already angry. Don't make the person become more angry. And if he do anything to you, you have to be blamed. If someone is innocent, they will preach to the person. They are empty. So we can act Krishna consciousness to them. The atheist, non-believer, non-devotees, demons who are not interested. They are full already with material life. So there's no space to add anything to them. So we should not force them. Otherwise it becomes an offense. So let us preach to the innocent people. How do we know someone who is innocent? By approaching the people. I just give an example. If you give a book to somebody, my friend, can you take it? I have this wonderful spiritual gift for you. So what is this? Oh, this is one. It's a rare jewel, something that will help your life. Oh, this, my friend, tell me, how is it? So you continue with the person. It's innocent person. But somebody say, please, excuse me, I don't want, please, just leave me alone. Don't try to become particular power. You are no more particular power. You are an offender. Is it clear?
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we go to mantra 7.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranam. I have one question. Shall I ask?
Okay. Yes.
Maharaj, when somebody is in a Kanishta Adhikari or Madhyama Adhikari, is there a chance to feel something, some glimpse of Uttama Adhikari feelings? Is there like that?
From Kanishta?
Somebody either a Kanishta Adhikari or a Madhyama Adhikari, is there any point of time he can feel some glimpse of Uttama Adhikari feelings? Is there that chance?
From Madhya you can feel. From Madhya is easy. And yes, from Kanishta also we can feel, because there are different levels of Kanishta. Kanishta had different levels. So some level, I give example. So if we associate with an Uttam Bhakta or Madhyam Bhakta, if you associate with them sincerely, whatever is happening with them, we will experience it. Just like if you will travel with a king, you will enjoy all the facilities given to the king. In the same way, if we tune to any of our chariot stations, we will experience what is happening with them. So it's a matter of learning the science of tuning into their station. This is Krishna consciousness. Isopanisad is giving us this training, this facility. Anupashati, to see through the eye of the chariot, hear from the right source. It is the channel. This is the process to tune to the chariot station. So whatever is happening, they will get it. So if we associate whimsically, we will not experience anything. If we associate scientifically means that we know how to say that when we go to a sadhu, we don't go with the eye, we go with the ear. We go with a good mind. I'm going to have a good association. Let me be very, very conscious of this. If you have these qualities, we will have a good association to hear attentively, and that will connect us. When our chariots say we should chant with the chariots, with the person who is higher than us, we should chant the holy name with in association with those who are higher than us. It means we should be conscious of their presence with us and see them how they are relishing the taste in the name. That will be transferred to us. That's how we get the strength. Not to go and sit with them and sleep. We will never experience it. Everything will remain a history or a dream. But if you look at them, watch them, you connect with them, you will experience it. You will experience it. Yes, there is a wonderful chance, opportunity for us. After all, why are we going there? We should go there for this reason. All right?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Thank you.
Very good. Mantra 7. Mantra 7. Chant it together. Jasmine Savani Mutani Atmai Babu Vijanata Trako Mahaka Suka Nikatman
Nikatman Anupashyata.
Ikatum. Ikatum. Anupashyata. It's a significant word here. Ikatum Anupashyata. Translation. One who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks. In quality, one with the Lord. Becomes a true knower of things. What is there as illusion or anxiety for him? Is there any anxiety or illusion? Let's answer the question they asked before. If Utama can fall, how can Utama fall? I have no anxiety. Cannot fall. There is no illusion and there's no anxiety. And not only that, their instructions was miracle. Their presence was miracle. Yes. Mantra 7 continues describing the oneness of the vision of an exalted pure devotee of the Lord that was introduced in Mantra 6. So Mantra 6 and 7 are talking about sadhu, describing the sadhu, one who is seeing everything in connection with Krishna. For such a person, there is no illusion. Tatako Mahaka Suka. One who sees the Lord pervading all beings, Ekatram and Upashata. So far as no lamentation, Soka, from death of the son or loss of the kingdom, because he has attained complete lack of possessiveness for all things in this world. Since you understand that everything is part of the Lord. The church Janaka said, my treasures are unlimited, but nothing belongs to me. For example, if the whole of Mithila were burnt down, still nothing of mine is burnt. This is from Mahabharata 12, 17, 18. It's a vision of one who has established this relationship with Krishna. Tatrako Mohaka Soka Ekatuma Mupashata. Yes. Spiritual oneness. We continue. What is this oneness? What is this oneness? How do you understand that oneness? And what is not oneness? We'll see it in this Mantra 7. What is this oneness and what is not oneness? And what is the result? These are the things we're going to see here. Next slide. Who can see this oneness? Only the Madhyama and the Uttama Adhikari. Only the Madhyam and Kanisa cannot see. Because it's not on this level. Yes, it's not on this level. You cannot see. What is it? Qualitatively one. One in interest. One in interest. Our oneness is in interest, not merging. We are not merging. Our interest and Krishna's interest is one. That is oneness. And that is Isopanisad purpose, to train us to have our interest meeting with Krishna's interest. That is life. That is life. If our interest is not in uniform with Krishna, we are called separatists. 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 Separatists is described in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 3 by Kapil Muni. Separatists. Separatists. So oneness in what? What's our oneness? Interest. Interest. Oneness in interest. So Papa said, except for the two more advanced devotees described above, no one can correctly see the spiritual position of a living being. The living entities are qualitatively one with the Supreme Lord, as the sparks of the fire are qualitatively one with the nature of fire. But sparks are not fire as far as quantity is concerned. The quantity of heat and light present in the fire is not equal to the quantity of heat and light in the sparks. There's a difference. The spark of the fire is also fire. But the spark cannot claim to be fire because of the limitation that it has. It has limitation. That it can be extinct if it falls in water. That's ignorance. Or if it falls on sand, that is passion. It will stay for some time, then goes up. But goes up, it must be. But the mighty fire will stay. The Mahabhagavad, the great devotee, sees oneness in the sense that everything is the energy of the Supreme Lord. And as there is no difference between the energy and the energetic, there is the sense of oneness. Without the heat and light, there is no meaning of fire. And yet, heat and light, from the analytical point of view, are different from fire. But in synthesis, heat, light, and fire are all the same one thing. Because the origin is one. Therefore, we can say that our interests have to be the same with Krishna. That's our oneness. Sometimes you see some traffic sign. Some traffic sign when a small road is joining with the bigger road. There's a small sign. The road merges, right? The road merges, but the car will merge to all the cars on the road. The cars are still separate, individually, right? Running individually on the big road. So the traffic is merging, but the cars remain separate. You see some sign like that. Yes. So we are one with Krishna because we are all his sparks. Limited. But the supreme fire is unlimited. That is Krishna. What is it not? And why not? Quantitatively, we are not. In quantity, we are not. In quality, we are. Because part and parcel of the whole is limited. Almost 80% qualities in minute quantity. If one, then how in Maya? Not even demigods can surpass the Lord. That we discussed in Mantra. Not even demigods can surpass the Lord, because he is the supreme. So we're looking at Chintia Beta Beta Tattva principle is here. Simultaneous oneness and difference. So Jiva Goswami, he commented, the living entities are qualitatively one with the Supreme Lord, just as the sparks of the fire are qualitatively one with the fire. Yes, sparks are not fire as far as quantity is concerned. But the quantity of heat and light present in the sparks is not equal to that in fire. Is it not? Yes. So we understand what oneness is and what oneness is not. Is it clear? Do you understand?
That's right.
All right. So we move to the next slide. Perfect form of oneness. Perfect form of oneness. Serve the interests of the Lord and attain real enjoyment, as we are meant for enjoyment. Ananda Mayo Gyasat. That is our nature. We are meant for that. We are meant for that. What the result of achieving this oneness? Get rid of all sorts of illusion, moha, and lamentation, soka. Create unity out of all diverse energies. And then no material miseries and no more birth and death is the result. If you make ourselves, our interest, one with Christian interest, this is what we're going to get. Is it not wonderful? Is it not important we should go for this? Yeah, see what Isopanisad is offering us. And what is the effect of rejecting the oneness? If you reject oneness, what will happen to us? A godless realization arising from illusion, and we will always be full of anxiety. Always. We cannot avoid it. Full of anxiety. Full anxiety. Aparimaya means miserable. Miserable what? Chinta. Anxiety. Till when? Prayantam will pass. Till death. And after that, after that, we continue from there. So the next thing to look at here is ekatvam. Ekatvam. Ekatvam, properly explained. The Sanskrit words found here, ekatvam anupashata, mean to see the unity of the living entities from the viewpoint of the revealed scriptures. Every individual spark of the supreme whole has almost 80% of the known qualities of the whole, but they are not as good as the supreme Lord. In the previous slide, we get this in the previous slide. Show you the previous slide. These qualities are present in minute quantity as a living entity is what a minute part and parcel of the supreme whole. This is like a drop of water and the ocean. The quantity of salt present in the drop is never comparable to the quantity of salt present in the complete ocean. But the quality of the salt present in the drop is equal in quality, in chemical composition, with that present in the ocean. Yes. There is oneness of Rama and Sugriva. Is it not? They are friends, they are good friends. They are good friends, but their friendship has reverence. Not complete. The friendship has reverence. Yes. If there is any such absolute oneness, then there is no question of oneness teaching, or someone teaching and someone learning the subject of the Upanishad. Yes. The oneness in discussion can be better explained in terms of a particular relationship, as is evident by the following example. Rama Sugriva Yo Hai Kyam. There is oneness of Rama and Sugriva. There's oneness. Their friends. But there is difference because reverence is there. All right, we have come to the end for today. I would like to end here and wish all of you a wonderful, happy Sunday. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We'll continue from here. What is the question? What is the question? Say this one question. What is the question?
The question is from Venkatesh Prabhuji.
Yes.
Just 1 minute, there's some disturbance. The question is, Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for giving your association. On the path of progress, we are making new mistakes. The only way to learn on the path of progress are making new mistakes the only way to learn the proper path. There seems to be a vast scope of making mistakes, even though hearing process is going on as new situations keep coming.
Yes, we learn from mistakes. So mistakes is not bad. Mistake is bad only if we don't learn from it. Then it is bad and it's dangerous. Mistake is wonderful because it helps us understand what we don't understand before. Yeah, if you don't make mistake, how the teacher will correct us. The teacher will going to say, yeah, you do it like this, do it like this. So, okay, oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. This is how we learn. So no one is condemned for making mistakes. And what is mistake? Something which is not repeatedly done. It is not repeatedly done. It is done once. That is a mistake. I don't know. Once we are corrected, we don't have to do it again. If you do it again, it's not a mistake. It is a deliberate act. That would block us from progress. So we should learn from mistakes and grow. All right? Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. See you soon.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
The Prabhupada ki jai.